Hi, Pete Moore, editor of Shooting Sports Magazine. Welcome to Gun Mart TV. And as the advert said, do you want to get your John Wayne on? Because we have a lever action classic. This is a Chiappa 322 lever action, which is loosely based on the old Marlin 39A Golden, because it says Takedown. We'll see later. This screw here holds the lower receiver and butt to the barrel and the rest of the action. It's sort of a plinking, fun gun with potential for other things. Nice thing is that Chiappa have had the sense to groove the top of the receiver for 11mm rail, so you can put, as you say, I've got a scope on this, but it also comes with iron sights, classic semi-buckhorn elevator wedge, and at the front, the typical Winchester 94 style blade in the tunnel. Rimfire lever action is a little bit different. Most of them load from the front, as we shall see. Rather than having a separate box magazine like a Ruger 1022 or any sort of rimfire bolt action, the tube is fixed. You can see here, this part here that's highlighted in brass is the loading port. What you do, it's like a little L lug there, L locking lug. You twist it out, and this is the magazine follower and spring combined. So you pull it out and drop your rounds in at a time. The gun takes between 14 and 15 depending, which we'll get to again in a minute, but let's go through the points. Lever action, forward and back, you can see the bolt moving. It's a single action hammer, there's no half cock on the hammer. So if you like this, shoot, and it ejects and reloads. No safety on these guns, and being safety conscious shooters as we are, you always must be aware of this factor, because you've got a magazine full of ammunition and it's not easy to unload, so you've really got to think about what you're doing. You've got to count your rounds in and count your rounds out, even if it means shooting down the range just to make sure it's empty. To take the gun apart, this screw here, I've got my trusty screwdriver, comes out. Like so, and then this lifts up and you have the hammer and trigger mechanism. You can see some of it in here, and then you have the bolt and the round feed system. Like most Chiappa 22s, the action is not steel. It's a material called Zamac, which is a zinc based alloy. They use it for most of their semi-autos and their little 22 rimfire pistols. It's not as tough as steel, but in a rimfire you can get away with it. So basically, it goes back like that. Wind the screw back in. Tighten it up. Give it a little tweak. Testing this morning, you can, if you over tighten this screw, it will bind or make the lever action operation very hard to do. So you've got to gauge the tension right. But if you get it too loose, then the gun can wobble a bit, so it's a matter of getting the tension right. It's a short little gun, furniture's beech with a sort of walnutty type finish to it. It's a bit of fun. I like lever actions, and I do like 22 lever actions. So let's just load it up. I'll just put 5 rounds in. So you pull out the tube so far, drop the round in, and it slides down. Next one slides down. Watch the follower. Slides down. Slides down. Then once they're all down, you push that in, lock it over, and the magazine is primed, shall we say. Using Fiocchi standard 40 grain ammunition through this, nice little round nose load, sort of thing you would buy at the shops, not expensive. And then you just cock it, back, that's 5 rounds down range. I say, when you finish these guns, because there's no way you can really look into them, just make sure they're empty. Not sure the price, shouldn't be too expensive because it's quite a basic design, but little bit different if you fancy something different, and it shoots round about 1.5 inches at 50 yards. Put a scope on top, should be good for bunnies at 50-60 yards. The only thing you can't do is put a moderator on it. But there you go, the Chiappa LA322 Takedown. Interesting.